but it's hateful. They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View.
I've been saying that. I honestly feel like when it's a show with that magnitude and that type of audience, they should not be able to give biased opinions. They should only be able to state facts and give your opinions on your own time, not on a show that mostly everybody in America watches, and not just people in America watch it. People that aren't in America watch it too. So, I mean, you have to really be careful with the things you say if you have that much influence.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that. Let me go back.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I want you to look very closely at these forest creatures behind this tree. Spirit dwellers, what we call them. These are entities all around at all times. A lot of people go missing. They don't even know what they're really dealing with. They think they come from UFOs and outer space, but they really come right from this very place. Peace.
Oh no, that kind of looked like a deer. It looked like a deer. It definitely had a slender face like a deer, eyes glowed up like a deer when you shine the flashlight on them. I don't know. But it could have been some type of spirit dweller or whatever. I don't know, but that looked like a deer to me. I don't know, man. It looked like a little dog or something. It looked like a dog.
I found a UFO that slid in for a hot landing on this island.
The little boy created a cryptocurrency and quickly got the community's support. They supported him so much that his coin was instantly valued at $20,000. Once he realized this, he dumped the digital community and many investors in the blink of an eye. I cannot make this up. Let's take a look.
Oh, it's not.
Are we bonded yet, or what's good?
Nearly 2 mil. Oh, what? She just lost with Michael. He doesn't even know what's going on.
They realizing he finessing them.
How can you hear it?
Wait, what?
Oh, the money just hit.
Wait, what?
So, wait,
Wait, I'm so confused.
He sees his valued at $20,000.
Oh, yo, it's nuked. Why is it nuked?
No way.
He running off.
Oh, holy fuck! Holy fuck!
You full clip.
Oh, he just y'all saw that? That's crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, 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 yo.
I don't think he's finessing anybody. I just think that he's in shock that his coin is taking off the way that it is.
Yo, 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 what the fuck? What the fuck? Nah, bro.
Now what he failed to realize is after he decided to ditch everybody, the post went viral and the crypto coin is now valued at $2 million. Would you believe that? Running off with 20,000, leaving behind 1,980,000. Kid, go to tutoring when you go back to school because you cannot count.
Yeah, nah, that kid think he's rich. 20,000 to a kid his age? Yeah, in his mind, he rich.
A string of home explosions in 3 different parts of the country, from Tennessee to Ohio to Michigan. Stephanie Ramos with the images tonight.
3 separate home explosions rocking communities across the country tonight. Flames and smoke billowing from this home in Tennessee. Fire crews saying debris flew nearly 150 yards in all directions. The home reduced to rubble, flames tearing through what's left of the roof, knocked off the foundation. No one was injured, but officials fear other homes in the area could be on fire. The cause is now under investigation. Overnight in Michigan, just north of Detroit, a suspected gas leak causing this two-story condo to explode. Doorbell video showing that loud, fiery blast. Debris seen flying across the street. 2 adults seriously injured. Earlier that same day, investigators reviewing how this home in the town of Bethel, an hour outside Cincinnati, exploded. 2 people were killed, another injured and treated for serious burns. Neighbors say an HVAC technician was working on the furnace before the explosion. David, while the cause of 2 of the explosions are under investigation, natural gas line leaks are rare but extremely dangerous. As the weather changes and many people look to turn on their heat, experts say make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in every common area. David.
Yeah, really important, the reminder there. Stephanie, thank you.
Man, that's crazy to just randomly be in your home, turn on the heat, and then boom, out of nowhere. Like, man, that stuff is crazy. It really is. It kind of makes you appreciate going to electric furnaces instead of gas, because yeah, gas is dangerous. I don't think it should be in homes unless like you living off the grid and you using like gas like that. But other than that, nah, man. Nah, 'cause that's crazy.
San Francisco. There's a lot of plots on that. You may be asking, what is that plotting? Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco. And you see how almost the whole thing is covered, because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town. Then they cleaned up the streets. They lined the streets with Chinese flags. They didn't put American flags there. They cleaned everything up. So they're willing to do it for a communist dictator, but they're not willing to do it for their own people.
We gave name to the unknown forces behind all wonder and by telling each other stories.
Let me show you. We told tales of specific, powerful, relatable gods ever present in all cultures, in all mythologies, from the Greeks to the Romans to the Norse, and so on and so on. The familiar descendant of Zeus, Poseidon.
The question remains, what is their purpose? What do we require of them now?
There is mythos and there is science.
Mythology is what we knew back then. Science is what we know so far. Sooner or later, our creation stories are replaced by the narratives of science. Painstaking science. And all gods and monsters outlive their original purpose and are reduced to metaphor.
She doesn't know.
Are you okay?
We gave name.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think these movies, they try to push the narrative that the gods on the walls in Egypt were more than just metaphors or representations of something and actual people. Because as you can see, I don't know what her job is, but she could be some sort of scientist or something like that. And she was explaining how the gods of Egypt were nothing more than just metaphors, right, to represent something else. Allegories, basically. And the god appeared, but no one else could see the god but her. And he called what she was saying rubbish. Like, we actually did exist. But you also have to take into account for that she was the only one that could see it. So that could mean that somewhere in her mind, she feels they're real. she doesn't believe what she's saying. I don't know. It's something to think about, though.
This is absolutely horrifying and makes me grateful that we elected Trump.
I know Trump wants to shut that border down. I know Trump wants to make our country safe.
Yes.
And I know someone personally, I used to live in California, and I know a girl who had her and her husband went to Mexico for a vacation, turned their head for a second and lost their kid. The husband, they stayed there for a long time, like weeks, trying to work with the police. Nobody would help them. Nobody could help. Nobody could find nothing. The husband finally had to go back home to work. He had to go back, or he was like, he was getting some grace from his job, but like, it's just, he had to get back. They had to, whatever. So he had to go back home and start working. She stayed, and she stayed as long as she could. She couldn't really get anywhere, and so she was on her way back. This is a true story, and this is the kind of stuff, and I went down to the Border Patrol. I've heard I can tell other stories, but this one, I personally knew the person. She's at the border waiting to get back into the States at that, that big, huge border stop thing.
Yeah.
And she looks over, and like 2 cars over, she sees her child in the back seat of a vehicle and freaks out. Starts screaming.
Goodness.
She gets out of her car immediately, and she runs over, and she's making this huge thing.
Yeah.
And watch this. This is the evil. This is the evil that I'm help people understand is this is why it's like, I don't think people understand. It's like, bro, I'm not voting because I think Trump's some god or savior. I'm voting because this guy is actually trying to protect people from this kind of thing. She gets over there, gets the police, everything, whatever, and it's her child, and her child's dead.
My God, dude.
They're using her child as a mule for drugs.
What?
Child's dead.
That's disgusting, bro.
The child, yeah.
Wow.
This is a daily thing, bro. This is how they move.
Man, that kind of thing does make you glad that Trump was elected, and he's trying to get rid of this type of stuff, man. Because just imagine if the election had went the other way, how much more worse it would have been. Like, how many more cases like that would have popped up? I mean, just think about it. Let me just be honest right here. That kind of looks a little screwy, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because it looks like it's just sitting there, right? And the camera's blurry. For one, y'all know that's my thing with the cameras being blurry, and it's wobbly. The cameraman had one job, and he failed miserably. That's crazy. That's how a ballistic missile looks. Man, that's crazy to know that them folks got weaponry like that. What the hell that was, but I don't think it was real. Sheesh. Did y'all see the guy laying on the ground with his hands shaking like he was terrified? And I hate that nobody wants war, man. Not even the soldiers that fight in it. I don't think soldiers even join the army to fight in a war. They know that there's a possibility, but they join it for the benefits. So, you know what I mean? It's crazy that they got to go through that, man.
Now, Bill O'Reilly was on News Nation recently, and he says that this means that MSNBC is vapor. Here's how he explains it. It's kind of fun to watch what he has to say, so let's let him say it.
Comcast said, you two, we're going to have to try to mend some cliche fences, and you two are going to go in there and you're going to try to tamp it down. Because Comcast knew the next day they were going to announce that MSNBC is vapor. That is a huge media story.
Why is it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in the... They're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
There is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off. See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean about
I'm just saying
people?
What's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Yeah, I know, but why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here
Yes,
it comes.
please.
So they're uncoupling their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe, because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC, and they won't watch. So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie Soros now? Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left. The whole NBC Comcast hierarchy is far left. But it's hateful. They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View. And you saw that today or yesterday when Sunny Hassan had to read a legal statement in the middle of a segment. The lawyers got Whoopi Goldberg's ear and it said, we're bringing a statement in on a teleprompter. She reads it. So it is over for these far left networks.
I've been saying that. I honestly feel like when it's a show with that magnitude and that type of audience, they should not be able to give biased opinions. They should only be able to state facts and give your opinions on your own time, not on a show that mostly everybody in America watches, and not just people in America watch it. People that aren't in America watch it too. So, I mean, you have to really be careful with the things you say if you have that much influence, you know, and that's why certain platforms like YouTube have regulations, because millions and billions of people could be watching your content and you're saying things, and if you have a high influence, you could sway people's thoughts. And that's, in my opinion, wrong. It shouldn't be that way. And I understand why they have rules and regulations on certain platforms. But when you're dealing with these big corporations, man, if the leader or if the owner or the CEO of that company doesn't like a person, they expect the people that work for them to not like them either. You know, it's beneficial for them. But it's a good thing that people are attacking this issue, because we don't need any more biased information on television. That's just what it is, for real.
So at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Pentagon held a press briefing where Press Secretary Sabrina Singh briefed the media pertaining to the Russian intercontinental ballistic missile launch that happened yesterday, or early this morning.
First, can you confirm it was an intermediate range missile? Second, did Russia provide advance warning? And can you give us some sort of clarity on who they call and how much advance notice did they give?
Thanks, Lita. So I can confirm that Russia did launch an experimental intermediate range ballistic missile. This IRBM was based on Russia's RS-26 Rubezh intercontinental ballistic missile model. In terms of notifications to the United States was pre-notified briefly before the launch through nuclear risk reduction channels. For more, I'd refer you to state on that.
Very interesting. So what that tells me, since Russia contacted us to let us know they were launching it ahead of time, which means we knew ahead of time that that was going to happen. And I would guess that they reached out to let us know that, hey, look, we're not launching a nuclear missile. We're launching something that has no nuclear capabilities. We just want you to understand so that way nobody else launches nukes, like, out of a response. Still pretty spooky to think about, but why do you think they reached out to us ahead of time to let us know what they were doing?
It's clear why they reached out. Because they want Trump to know, hey, look, we ain't sending out no nuclear, but we gonna tear their ass up. I told you they was gonna tear their ass up. I told you. You gonna tear their ass up. We ain't gonna do no nuclear stuff, but we gonna tear y'all butts up until y'all get the memo. Do not play with us. And then look at that weapon. Y'all seen the video of how it looked. It looked like it came straight from a satellite. It didn't look like it was launched from anywhere. And to know that they got weapons like that, I'm pretty sure that the U.S., we got weapons like that too, but just to know we have weapons like that, why would any country want to start anything with countries that have got weapons like that? I don't understand it. I understand that Putin started this war because he wanted a piece of Ukraine. I get it. But y'all also have to remember that once upon a time, Ukraine was a part of Russia. For as long as I remember, it was. But that's neither here nor there. I don't understand the whole thing behind it, but I believe they called because they want to prolong this or hold it off until that man takes his seat, period. Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it here. Yep, I said what I said. I told you I think they called ahead of time to say, hey, look, hey, tell Trump that we going to launch some stuff, but it ain't going to be nothing nuclear. So we are not on the brink of a nuclear war. That proves right there we are not on the brink of a nuclear war right there. If they calling, because if it was a nuclear war, ain't nobody calling nothing. They just start nuking stuff. But if they calling to let people know, hey, look, we're going to launch some stuff. It's not going to be nuclear. But I got to handle my business, bro. I just want y'all to understand I got to handle my business. Because why would you call the person who authorized a bomb launch on your country? Why would you call them and let them know anything? They didn't call Biden per se. They just called some officials in the warehouse. Look, this is what we're doing. Let Trump know, we got him. We're going to hold it off until he gets in office. Bro, I told you that's how I would handle it if I ran the country. Look, hey, look, you're not finna keep bombing my country and think I ain't gonna do nothing. That's common sense, bro. Common sense. You can take all of the complications out of this whole war thing and trying to use big words and make it sound complicated. The truth of the matter is look, I want what I want. And I know that once Trump get in there, he's going to give me. He's going to give me what I want. We're going to do a deal, and that's that on that. I think the reason why the war started because Putin just went in there and tried to take it. Let's be honest. He's just a politician. He's not a businessman. He doesn't know how to negotiate. Trump came in and showed everybody how to negotiate because that is his thing. He knows how to negotiate. And that's why they have so much respect for him in these other countries, because he gave them a different outlook on how to run their countries. You give you eye for an eye. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Look, I'm not trying to take your entire country, but let's come together on this. Let's come together on some things. And if Zelensky wasn't so power stricken and so stuck up, if you will, he could have said, okay, yeah, but here go my stipulations. I want this, that, and the third. If I'm gonna give you this, you got to give me this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? and leave it at that. None of them are good at negotiating. They're men and they think with their balls. That's just what it is. And that's why the media paint guys like him as bad people, because the first thing they go to is threats. War threats. They're not warmongers, but hey, look, we need something that y'all got, and I just want you to give it to me. You don't know, say, look, if I give you this and you can give me what I want, then we can make both those things work together. And it probably wouldn't have even been a war. That's why when you get certain people in office here in the United States, we go through war, because they are terrible negotiators. They don't know how to negotiate. Everybody that's a leader of their country knows whether they got something of value or not. So if you come to them trying to get some of that, of course they're going to be like, well, you know, yeah, you can get some, but it's going to come at a price. And certain people don't know how to agree with certain prices. Biden doesn't know how to agree with prices, so we just going to bomb him. Bush didn't know how to agree with prices, so we just going to bomb him. We're going to force you to do it. I mean, it's the most evil way you can do things, because you're showing that you don't have any cognitive skills to convince somebody to hand it over. But Trump got those skills, and that's why he's the right man for the job. Look, I could rant, but I won't. And with that being said, do what you will with that information. And hey, you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. Get in the description, follow all of my social medias. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person. And if you want to see more dope content, click on my last video.